Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Blackmire. Today's video is quite long again. I'm sorry guys. I just can't seem to stop the recording when I'm in the groove. I really hate it, to be honest, because it makes me stop what I'm doing just because I have to focus on not to have the episode too long. And every time I kind of stop doing it and do the cinematics, I kind of get out of the mojo. And I know how sometimes hard it is to get back in it. So that's why I usually just build, and then all of a sudden I figure out that, oh crap, I have like 10 hours of recording here, which I have to put into one video. So I struggle with it, but in the same thought is that I actually don't mind giving you guys these long videos because I really do a lot in them. So yeah guys, again a 40-minute video with a speed of 1,000. So I hope it's not too fast, but I'm gonna try explain what I'm doing while you watch this speed build, guys. As I said, I'm trying a new commentary where I speak a little bit of the things I'm doing and then give you guys some music and come back again to when I do a new thing. So yeah, today's title on the video is Drop Tower, which is something I had an idea of for quite a while. I think I mentioned it in one of the previous Blackmire videos, where I basically do this sort of drop tower. I wanted it to be inside of the mountain, be like some part of the city, and still be noticeable from the outside. So what I'm doing here is that I'm kind of making this sort of silo sewer system, call it what you want to call it. I actually didn't know what it was. I actually just thought the idea was cool with it, and I was struggling a lot to make it fit up here with the surroundings. You will also see me build later on in the video. It was a quick what do you say? It was a quick idea I had, so I just thought I would go for it and try it out. So you might see a lot of duplicating here in the start, but that's mainly just to get a view and if it was even possible to do so. And I must say, at the long haul, the way it kind of mixes with the other buildings, and I kind of got this inside of the mountain active as well with this ride. I'm quite satisfied on the turnout. I want more rides in this park, but the struggle is to how to theme them to the steampunk theme. So I just try my best at it and trying to add the stuff that I needed, and trying to see if any of my ideas go well when I actually build it. As you can see here, I took it out of the mountain because it was a pain to work inside that little compact room there, and the camera was just crazy on me as well. So I just took it out and just tried to build inside of it here. And as you can see, I add a little bit of detailing all the way around, not so it kind of, so you don't see like the same segment all the way around the place here. So I'm making some sewers, I'm making some contraptions, and just having a lot of pipes and some stairways too, for kind of to feel like that you can actually walk in there as well. And I'm just trying to give it that realistic vibe to it, even though this is probably not something you would ever see. But I still wanted it to look like you can actually walk in here, as well as the tower is dropping down and going up again. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing, guys. It's I think it's about the first 15 minutes you see me work on this build here. I might go in again and do some changes on it. I don't know yet, maybe compared to what I built around it, because I really wanted it to close it off with a dome. But then I was like, if this is a silo or like a sewer system, it would be too pretty to have like a dome on this here. So I had some struggles of what to do, of how like to end it off with. So it's kind of, I found some ways, but it's not the final go-to method I've used here. So but as you can see, guys, I'm just adding those pipes and doors, and as I say, just make it feel like you can actually walk in here. Maybe I'll go in and add a few animatronics too to make it feel like that. And I also need a little bit more of mist inside here as well, so when the tower drops down, actually you get all this mist and all that stuff in your face. And I've had this idea for quite a while, and you guys know me, when I have an idea, I usually never lose them. It's more to start on it. But I feel like that I have the city all right covered now, or like how I wanted it to have. And I have made like 10 or 12 different buildings now that I actually just can duplicate all around the mountain on the other side. Where I said that is mainly gonna be the part where you actually don't come around. It's mainly just the chairlifts that are going there. So it's mainly just for the chairlifts I built something there. But as I say, I don't know if I will do that in the recordings, because I really want to do something else now, where I go over to another area. Because I know this mountain here, I worked non-stop on it for like 2 or 3 weeks now, and I still have the mojo going on it and stuff. But I think for my own good, I need to variate it a little bit more, in that way that if I keep on working on the mountain, I'll probably get out of ideas soon of how to make the buildings and such. So I feel like I need to take a little break from the mountain. I might go in and do some of the coaster detailing. That would be nice to get that out of the way as well. Mainly just the station so far, and then I can always do the decorations and scenery around the coaster at another time. And I also think I got the name for the coaster, but I won't say that for now. I'll save that for whenever I'm doing something on it. So yeah, but anyways, guys, I'm just doing, as you can see here, a lot of trim work in here, and just trying to make it look reasonable in that. And you also saw me make that little fire ladder that goes from the bottom to all the way to the top. I feel like that was kind of a neat idea. And what I did was actually just that at first I make this small little segment first, so I kind of get the scale on how I wanted this. So I know that for a fact now how much stuff I put here, it will never clip with the drop tower, because I already did the scaling of it. I know where I can build out to, and when I have to stop. I did try to use the smaller tower too, but the smaller tower I used, the higher I had to put it above the ground, so it really didn't fit well inside the mountain, because then I had to make like a stairway and all that stuff. So it didn't really work out for me. But I must say though, this turned out quite nice, if I have to say it myself. I had an idea and I went for it, and sometimes the ideas in my head usually come up the way I planned them, and sometimes they just go in a totally different direction. Like it did with the Zeppelin, for example. I had an idea, but it turned out way different than I had an idea for. Not that I still like the Zeppelin. It's really a nice piece. But yeah, guys, I just, as you can see, adding those details, just making it look more different from each other for each level you go up to. So it's just not all the pipes you see. That would have been a little bit pretty easier work to do, just duplicate this whole segment with the pipes and scaffolding. And I'm not super fan of doing that. I need a little bit of variation, and also, I mean, you don't really see it as much when you go on the tower, because it goes so fast below, but just the surroundings that gives you like pipes and scaffolding and a little bit of sewers and all that stuff, it makes the experience nicer. It just makes it nice to have something to look at. I did end up enclosure it on the top too. You will see that in the video at some point, where I actually struggled a lot to, I don't know if I should closure it in or just have it as an open up, because the thing I do is that I build it up to a stairway, a fake stairway, so it feels like you can actually walk up there and look down. But then I'm like, will it actually be a thing? like to make a stairway to go up to like a silo sewer that you can look down on. Okay, I was thinking that, like, is it even a thing to do? But to make it look nice, I had to do it like that. You guys will see it in the video here soon. But it's, yeah, I struggled a little bit of detailing it, the exterior of the building, since it's a little bit of a funny build when you see it at the top. I'm not doing a lot of the queue line for it though. It's mainly just an entrance and an exit so far. But as you guys know, I'll probably do some more work inside the mountain too. Make some houses too, and I'll make a little atmosphere inside here. Maybe some shops as well. So I have the mountain active as well. So basically, wherever you're gonna go in Blackmire, it's busy everywhere. And that's exactly the thing I said before I started the entire series, guys. That my goal to make this industrial steampunk thing was just to have clutter and ambience and just so much steampunk stuff that, like, no matter where you go, there's literally a party going on. So that's my intentions of this so far, and I have to say it turned out quite nice. You can see here I'm trying to add the last things, trying to see where to place it, and now I actually have the perfect spot for it, if in my world. And I will of course build a lot of buildings around it and kind of closure it in with all these kind of buildings I do. And here I just trying to put some decorations on, because I really didn't like the concrete wall I used. I wanted to cover it up a little bit, and also if I did this with this kind of builds, it will look more into it, that it has used the same walls for this kind of structure. So yeah, but anyways guys, I am making a house here, a little extra building, which I will give you guys some music to watch or to listen to while I do it, and I will get back when I am almost done with it. So enjoy the music guys and the speed build, and see you soon. Welcome back guys. what you see me do here is I'm making this house, which I'm making this sort of custom archway in, where I have these sort of peak holes where you can look down to the industrial town. And this kind of just, this idea I got from King's Row 2 in Overwatch, where they have these sort of archways, and like a little bit of an overhang to another building where there's like a balcony on the top, which you also have seen me do here. And then I just kind of just detailed it and trying to make it look nice. I'm gonna put a curb inside so the people won't, of course, clip inside the walls and such. But I think up here on this floor I will probably not have a lot of rides. So mainly I'm just gonna have tons of shops up here, I think, to get people up here. And then it's gonna look very nice and all when people are gonna walk around up here, and it's gonna be very active. But yeah, I'm basically just trying to make this balcony right here now with some of the default fences. I didn't want to try go any custom fences here. There was no need to do that at all. And then I move straight over to making like some sort of the roof for it, which is, I had an idea that I wanted to have this sort of observatory, which I have been mentioned a few times before, on the top. So I kind of had an idea of making this sort of shape on these buildings, kind of squarey, so they were actually, so I could actually build on top of them. So I think I'm gonna have the observatory up there and also have some pathing, like so the roof of this building is actually also the path for the upper level. Kind of mingle them in together like that. The inside of this is not looking so well. I mean, I'm probably also gonna detail a lot of the buildings inside, so there's actually something to look at when you go on the streets and you look inside of these buildings here. But that's just something I'm gonna have fun and fiddle around with, probably off camera, and then show it off to you guys at some point. But yeah, I'm not doing a lot of stuff on the right side of this, because the main thing was I actually just wanted to have a presentable view again of kind of like this mountain here. So there's not gonna be a lot of stuff going on the right side. I'm actually not sure if I will even have any recordings of me just closing the wall. But that will come in the next episode where I will do some more stuff there. Or next episode. I'm thinking about doing a little part 2 of Blackmire, show you guys some stuff close up of Blackmire, of what I've been doing. Some people have also been asked for it, so I might do that as well in consideration, I think. So yeah, I'm basically just adding details to this building here, and afterwards I go over and add an upper wall to it, where you see here, where I kind of wanted to have that observatory on the top of it. So I think all in all, when all this is put together with all kinds of cables and pipes and whatnot, it's gonna look quite nice. I already like now how much it looks majestic the higher up I get with the buildings. And I was actually just trying to go with the same building style as some of the others. There is quite a lot different types of builds, but it's mainly in the same style I'm going for. I'm trying to, at least. And here I go over to that thing I mentioned in the start of the video, where I'm making this fake custom stairway up here, because I actually didn't know how to mix it together with all the surroundings without having it a stairway to go up there. So I felt like this kind of could be the way they also go down there, you know, because I made that fire stairway where they can go up and down, and of course they can also get in it from above, but I thought it needed a purpose since that there was a stairway up there, and also it just looks nice if you look at it like that. But yeah, I was a little bit of a pickle if I should make a stairway to go up there, because there wouldn't really be any purpose. But now I have that stairway, the fire exit, or like just the entrance to. It can be both, so it makes sense in the long haul, I would say. But yeah, I'm basically just detailing in it, guys, and just making it look nice and dandy. I wasn't really sure how to make some more greenery in. You know, I mentioned in the last video that I want some more green stuff here, because it actually spices up a little bit of it. And it's okay to have it in this healthy, big, majestic town in the mountain compared to in the industrial section. So I thought that maybe just make a little bit of flower beds. I did try some trees. I think I do place one tree though. But yeah, basically just a lot of shrubs and foliage to spice up the area a little bit, so it's not just all dark and metal. But yeah, I'm basically just doing this, guys, and jumping over to another house that I'm gonna build here next, where I'm actually doing what I said, where I use this roof for the path of the upper section path there is. Yeah, that's kind of how the way I feel like I also could do, like mix the buildings into it. So yeah, just mingle it all good together. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle again and give you guys some more music, and I will be back again shortly, guys. So enjoy, and see you soon. Guys, again, you saw me make that those two houses here, and now I go back to the drop tower, where I do that, what I'm talking about, where I'm kind of enclosuring it, because I didn't feel like it was safe enough if I should let them come up there and have yeah, I just felt like I needed to enclosure it. And with the fence going around it, it kind of looks kind of nice to have it enclosured like that. And also when you come with the drop tower and then you see it, it kind of feels like you are like inside of something, and it does give a nice feel, if I have to say it myself. Of course, you guys, if you have any suggestions, it's pretty easy to move. If you guys like it without the fence, let me know, or just anything particular. I always love to hear your guys' thoughts and feedback. So yeah, but anyways, I said to you guys that I had a little bit of struggle on what I was gonna do on the top here, because my first thought was to make that dome, but as I said, I didn't feel like a dome would fit here, and also if the if the observatory should have a dome already, then I don't want too many domes up here. And also if I want to make that big mansion or a chalet, or I don't know what we're gonna make up here, that's probably also gonna have a few domes there. So I didn't want to go too crazy here for that point, so I just made it like this, pretty simple, with some fencing around. And then I just started decorating a little bit this facade here, because I really didn't like the gray concrete it has to it. So I just put down a little bit of decoration to spice it up a little bit, and I really like it how it looks now when I put down some deco on it. It just feels more classy, you know how you say, more wealthy too. Also with these kinds of yeah, what is this? It's kind of like engraving, you know. So I thought that was kind of neat. And here I'm just trying out to figure out a thing to do on the top, because it was really a struggle for me. So I just let it hang in the air for a bit of what to do, and went down to a new build I'm also doing here, which is a little house that's gonna. My first thought was that I was kind of wanted to have it hanging, but the more I actually built, I kind of thought that it looked way better like this, where it's actually just built on top of the other house on the left, but also on the ground to the hangar. And in that way I kind of get the hangar in close, so it kind of looks more like it's built into it too. And also with more buildings on the top and on the right of the hangar too, it's gonna look very more like intertwined with each other. It's gonna look way better in that way. I'm really confident about that. This is gonna look super cool. But yeah, here I'm just doing the roof a little bit with those non-gridded what are they called? Can't remember what they're called now, but yeah. And doing the walls, the normal walls that were in it, wasn't really helping me, because they're like they're on the grid, so I really didn't have any. I could do whatever I basically want here with those brick pillars, because they really do something nice that you just have, that you could just basically just move them wherever you want. And in this way they really helped a lot on it. I'm also detailing it a little bit, of course, doing some pipes and all. So this building is gonna look super cool when it's done. And as I said in the previous episode, I kind of feel like building a map some sort, where this kind of could be like a house that was very difficult to find or something. I don't know. Just, you know, when the animation takes you places, then it doesn't stop. But yeah, I'm just doing some trim work on it. I was struggling a little bit on how I should do it though, because I had such tiny space to put some detail on, because I also want some windows and doors on it and a balcony. But I found a way on it, and I think I did end up removing those trim pieces on the right and adding just a normal concrete trim to it, if I remember correct, and also a little bit of a different color, because yeah, it just didn't work super well for me. You see, it kind of takes a lot of the space, those trim pieces. So I just thought, nah, let's just go with something more simple. And I kind of actually like this little build here on the right. I actually think it adds a lot to it, even though it's super tiny, so you really don't see it a lot. And I kind of went with the same color for the wall, because, as I said, I kind of want this building to be some sort that is built inside. Like, it's an extra addition to the wall, something they built afterwards and such. So I'm kind of liking this sort of little house here. And also when there comes a lot more detailing on it, it's gonna look super into it all. But I must say though, it is a little bit struggle to kind of like with the space here, because I don't want the pieces to go into the hanger. So every time I had to every time I placed the piece that I was a little bit unsure of, I had to like peek a little bit up below the hanger and look up again and move it a little bit. But yeah, it was all good. It did nice. And here I actually just thought I needed a little bit of lighting here. I'll probably do of course, a lot more nighttime lighting here in Blackmire. I'll probably make a whole episode about that when it comes to it. But I just felt like that when I looked away from it, it kind of looked. It was a little bit too difficult to catch, so I just tried to put some lighting on to see how it looked in the dark, and it worked out. No, it looks super cool. And here I'm again adding an additional building here next to the hangar, because I really felt like it needed something. I didn't like the plain wall, so I just end up adding one more wall, one more house here, which I'll probably put a shop inside too if I can get the path to go up there. But for now it's just a building that is just for decorations. So yeah, but anyways, guys, there's not a lot to say here about this build. It's basically just some of the same style I use for some of the other buildings. So yeah, I will give you guys some more music, and I will get back to you in the end. See you soon, guys. Alright guys, welcome back for the last time today. Um, One thing though, please let me know how you guys feel about this new commentary thing I'm doing, because I really like to hear your guys' thoughts on it. If it's like too much that hear me talk and then become music and hear me talk and then please let me know. Or yeah, it's just when the videos are this long, I feel like I need to talk a bit more than just put music in the back all the time. So that's why I mainly want to do it. If it's more shortened videos, then it's probably not a problem for me to talk all of them through. It's mainly when there's these 40 minutes videos. So yeah. But anyways, guys, you saw me do that building next to the hangar where I added those detailing and also a little bit of contraption as well. And here I'm basically doing the same thing. I did have a little bit of a break though in a few days on Blackmire after I made that building next to the hangar, because I really wanted to just go in and say that's enough, but because I wanted the episode to be more about the tower, right? I felt like I needed to have it more presentable, so I was struggling a little bit to what I should build next to it, where I made this building here, and I'm kind of just detailing it a lot around it, so it kind of feels more natural for the sewer system silo to be there with the ride, because as I said, I didn't really know what to do. I think maybe if I had a better roof solution on it, it might have been something else, but I just felt like there was too much of it was too empty next to it to have it presentable enough, and I just like to have my stuff sort of half or at least finished enough to you guys till it looks nice, you know, especially when it comes to Blackmire. So that's why it's have been a little bit over a little bit more of a week than last week's episode, guys. That's mainly why. Here I am trying to add some more detailing to the little gold dome here I made a few episodes back, because I still feel a little bit about it. I like the build, but I don't know if it just fits good there. But a lot of people have said that yeah, it works fine. I mean, as soon as I add more gold stuff to it further on to the village, the town itself, it might look more natural, and I thought that now when I kind of put some pipe system to it and kind of made it feel part of the city, I kind of feel like it felt more natural in that way too. And also it kind of makes it nice that you go under this pipe when you go over here with the pathing. And you see, I've started to lay down some more elevations and stuff for the city. So I think that I'm definitely gonna have more pathing up here, just to have people walking around, and also a little bit on the outskirts too, because I really wanted to have this to where people can walk everywhere and get everywhere they want. So that's kind of I actually did try to do a lot of stuff with the pathing already, as you can see, maybe a little bit in the back. And I think I'm gonna go for that big mansion on the top here next, where I'm also gonna have the observatory, kind of to close it in up there to be there's the boss man living or something like that. But yeah, I'm mainly just doing the usual detailing here, guys, with adding some steampunk stuff, some engines and some scaffolding, some pipes, a lot of metal, you know, just to make it all feel super natural and realistic in that way. I don't know how much of this is realistic compared to flying ships and a big city built in the mountain and such, but who cares, right? I'm definitely just trying to keep it real in that way, that the stuff you see is something you actually could see in real life, or something like more the contraptions and the detailing you see on some of the buildings. So yeah, I really I think maybe the next episode, when I said I'm gonna do the park tour, I'm saying I'm gonna try get some people up here on the mountain to kind of see which vibe it gives to it. Because I'm actually quite curious now, because it looks kind of cool that you see the drop tower in the back just coming up all the time, up and down. but also with a lot of atmosphere up here, I could see that'd be quite cool. Here you see me just try a little bit more, see if I can get an idea, but nah, it didn't really work for the roof. I'll maybe find a solution some point, or maybe I just go with this where it's just gonna be some sort of a watch post where you can stand on the outs, on the top, and watch over Blackmire. Here I'm actually just trying to add a few detailing here and there, just so it doesn't feel super empty, and as I said, just make it feel presentable enough. But anyways, guys, I think we're at the end here, so just adding the last couple of details here, some pipes and some satellites and all. So yeah, guys, I hope you like this this way I'm doing my new videos, and let me hear your feedback on it, guys. I would love to, and also on the build itself. And if you like the video, guys, I would appreciate a like. And yeah, have an awesome day, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.